careful about keeping company with a man of offense. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 1, a Torah portion, Qorach. Let's begin in Bamidbar, or Numbers, chapter 16, and the first phrase of verse 1. And Qorach, son of Yitzhar, son of Kehath, son of Levi, and it paused. There's an announcement here of the lineage of Qorach. What's up with this man? Who is he? Where did he come from? And what is this offense that he has? Well, let's first of all consider the lineage and the connection to Moshe. This lineage is Yitzhar, Kehath, or Kohath, and then Levi. So Levi had 3 sons. He had Kohath, Gershon, Merari. Kohath had 4 sons. Those are Amram, Yitzhar, Hebron, and Uziel. Amram had 2 sons, Moshe and Aaron, Aaron being the elder. If you go to the next in line beyond Amram, then it's Yitzhar, and there you find Qorach. What does this mean? It means that Qorach and Moshe were first cousins. These were not men who had no connection, or Qorach didn't just come out of nowhere. He is Moshe's first cousin. They knew each other, and very likely they knew each other very well at this point. At least Aaron and Qorach did. Well, what is Qorach's problem? The problem shows up over in Bamidbar chapter number 3. And in Bamidbar 3, we read something that maybe we just glanced over and yawned at when we first read it, but now it is important. And it says in chapter 3, verse 29, the clans of the children of Kohath were to camp on the south side of the dwelling place, and the leader of the father's house of the clans of the Kohathites was Elitzaphan, son of Uziel. We read that, we gloss over, we don't think anything about it, but it's extremely important here. Why? Uziel is the youngest of the 4 sons of Kohath. Amram, the eldest. His eldest son is Aaron, and the eldest son of the eldest son of the eldest son, if you will, is given the high priest role. Qorach, who is the eldest son of the next son in line, Yitzhar, believes that he should have been made prince or leader of the Kohathites. After all, the sons of the older, Amram, or Aaron, the high priest, and Moshe, the leader of the people. I'm next in line. Somehow, Yah chose the eldest son of the youngest son, Uziel. And Elitzaphan was elevated over Qorach in Qorach's opinion. In other words, Qorach is nursing an offense. He feels slighted, he feels overlooked, he's jealous, and he's angry. Whenever there is someone nursing an offense, chances are they are also nursing their anger. Now, there are people who are legitimately offended. They've been wounded, they've been hurt, and they have been victimized. That's one thing. Here is a circumstance, however, where someone chose to be offended. They chose to be angry. And that was not enough. What's interesting is that if you look at the paleo letters of his name, it is spelled as a kaf, which means behind. It's a line drawn through a circle, and it references a sense of time that which is in the past or behind, the resh, the back of the head, and a chet, it's a fence. And a fence determines one side or the other because it divides. So the idea of his name is behind the head, he separates. And that's what happened. He went behind the head or the back of Moshe and began to look for allies. Here's something that you and I need to be made aware of. After all, the Torah is not just about do's and don'ts. It's about relationships and how you and I are to properly and righteously relate with one another. Here's a man that is offended. Here's a man that is angry. When you hang out with those who are constantly offended, whether it's legit or not, if all they can think about and what they prominently discuss is their offense, their woundedness, anger's not far away, and they're looking for allies. Qorach went to somebody who was a potential ally. Now, Qorach's family camped on the south side of the tabernacle. Guess who was also on the south side of the tabernacle? The Reubenites. Who has more reason to be upset about lineage and placement than the Reubenites? Reuben was the eldest son of Yaakov, and yet he was displaced not by the next in line or even the next in line after that, but by the fourth in line, Yehuda. Guess who's camping out over there with Yehuda? Moshe and Aaron. And I can just see that the leadership of the Reubenites are seething. They're angry. Now, let's back up here and get a broader picture just for a moment. This is the camp of Am Israel. This is the abode of the Most High. In the center of their camp is the tabernacle. Over the tabernacle tent structure is the cloud, a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Yah is walking in the midst of the camp. These are of all the people in the face of the earth, Yah's chosen generations. They are destined to inherit the land of Israel. And in the middle of all of that, just an inch or two beneath the surface, are seething angers and jealousies and offenses and issues, and it's about to blow up like a powder keg. If you and I are willing to entertain those who have an offense, that are looking for compatriots and allies, you're going to find yourself sucked up right in the middle of it. Let me give you a personal story. Many years ago, pastoring a particular church, I had two men who were very much like a Qorach or the leadership of the Reubenites. They wanted to control. They wanted to dominate. Matter of fact, they held a strong allegiance for everybody in that congregation to themselves. They fought against me. Anything and everything that I wanted to do or that I believed that Yah had told me to do, what I preached, how I managed the church, all of those things became an aggravating, insulting, offensive issue for them. They chose a man to be the mail carrier. They would tell him all of their aversions, visions, problems, and send him with the mail to me. They wouldn't talk to me directly. They sent the mail carrier. And I warned the mail carrier, if you keep talking to them, you're going to be poisoned by their anger. Guess what happened? Out of allegiance, out of family ties, he remained close to them, listening constantly to their offense and their pain. The last conversation I had with the mail carrier, he was ranting, raving, crying, wailing, and all upset, and stomped out of the building. Be careful, my friend, who you hang out with. Find those that have a righteous pursuit and pursue that with them. Leave the people of offense alone. More on this tomorrow. Until then, shalom.